people appalled by the murderous brutality of ICE notice the similar campaign against Palestine by the U.S. and Israel? It's a lot to take in. Let's begin. The two campaigns are actually not just similar, but also they are related. Both flow from the failure of an aggressive nationalistic project to completely subdue the victims. Both are efforts to clear a country of its undesirables, that is, non-white or non-Christian or non-Jewish, as the case may be. Both projects are ethnic cleansing. In one case, an obsolete atrocity called settler colonialism, no longer practiced in the modern world, seeks to do what such enterprises have always done: cleanse the land of its inhabitants. That was done throughout the Americas over several generations, and the Israeli project has been proceeding down the same path for 100 years, at time of going to press.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people.
In Springfield, Ohio, the cleansers go after Haitians. In Minnesota, it's Somalis. King Don hates Ilhan Omar. In the case of Israel, ethnic cleansing proceeds apace. In both cases, and also throughout Europe, the far right hoodwinks and hooks the populace into the racism inherent in anti-migrant hysteria, and propagandizes for its methods. Shoot first, block the ambulances, and call the victims terrorists. In the ongoing shitstorm of analysis of the ICE/CBP street rampages, known to some as the War on America, the media discuss every aspect of the calamity except this: who are these immigrants? Well, I hear they're criminals. Why are they leaving home? Who created the conditions they're fleeing? Who profits from these conditions? Why are they coming here? And why do we see these periodic paroxysms of I hate difference fervor throughout our history? Look up 1924. Because asking questions can now get you shot, let's move along peaceably to some possible answers. Punching down is fun. It gives you a community of like-minded folks who can gather together to blame the less fortunate for the failure of the system to take care of us, the Americans, who are losing the American dream. So here we are, marinating in fear and loathing. A twofer? A bargain. An alternative would be solidarity with our big human family, but that takes some personal growthing. You have to climb out of the marinade. Do you know it's common in Russian discourse to say there's no such country as Ukraine? Sound familiar, Israel fans? How about this one? There's no such thing as the Gulf of Mexico. But there is a gulf between what your lying eyes see and what your lying leaders spit out at you. Which brings us to CBP. It's their custom to patrol the border against anyone coming from a country we already destroyed. How did we do that? My dad used to say, all decisions about the world are made in New York, and a very few in Washington. Well, it happens that we have been pretty much running the world, specifically since the 1944 Western Powers meeting in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. So if we run it, who plunders it? Communists? Drug dealers? Journalists with disabilities? Maybe not. Maybe multinational conglomerates make their super nut by outsourcing production to countries where they instruct the local despot to keep wages low, price of resources low, human rights low, ability to feed families low, and the result is a guaranteed flow of economic and political refugees. So, chickens come home to roost much? Of course, there are differences. In Palestine, the indigenous are forced to flee conquest. In the U.S., the immigrants have already been forced to flee, and now they're forced to hide, lest they be swept into the American gulag. But some things never change. Televangelist Trump's plan to build luxury skyscrapers over Gaza's mass graves is not new. Ask the Muncie Lenny Lenape of Manhattan. Ask the man himself. It's real estate. That's a lot more important than intact families, eh? Propaganda artistes used to justify the seizure of so-called America by saying the natives weren't really using it. They said the same thing about the Palestinians, who of course weren't there or maybe didn't exist, so how could they properly exploit the land? Case in point, world-famous Jaffa oranges, developed in mid-19th century Palestine. Jaffa is now part of Tel Aviv, and the oranges are now grown in Israel. We could ask, looking at blue cities and occupied Palestine, are these peacekeepers or an invading army? You be the judge. But be sure to turn off all media slop before engaging thought-making mechanism.
Built this country. Why?